recently completed what's titled the Colorado River Basin Water Supply and Demand Study. It was about a 3-year effort, and the objective of that study was to project how water supply and demand may change on the Colorado River Basin over the next 50 years. Supply is decreasing, especially when you consider the impacts of climate change. You're seeing about a 9% decrease in our long-term future average compared to what we've historically seen on the basin. And then we're also seeing an increase in demand, ranging from 18 million to about 20.5 million acre-feet of total Colorado River demand over the next 50 years. What's driving the demand is really population growth. So we're seeing population in some cases double under certain scenarios, and that really causes major increases in demand for municipal and industrial water. We're also seeing changes in water use efficiency. We are getting more efficient over time, but that's not counteracting that growth in population. A lot of people are projected to move to this area over the next 50 years, and that's really increasing our demand for water. We looked at a broad range of different options to kind of bring that imbalance of supply and demand closer together. We looked at municipal conservation, agriculture conservation, different ways to import water into the basin, so increase the supply. We looked at different options that dealt with modifying the way we operate our reservoirs. We built a water banking scheme for the upper basin that we considered. Reuse was definitely an option. We evaluated up to about 1 million acre-feet of reuse for some of the major municipal areas throughout the basin. So here in Arizona, Southern California, areas up in the upper basin, Salt Lake City, Denver. That was found to be a really significant and important piece of what we think the solution is moving forward.
See the mix dripping out of that?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a full tank. Turn on your emergency lights. Okay, so we have a burnout going on the south side of Poudre Canyon Road. We're trying to get this all black. This is our anchor point. And basically, all the houses and subdivisions are to our north. And that's why everybody's faced looking away from the fire, because the area concern is this hill. If we do get a spot, we're going to roll, either use our roof turrets or this front hand line to try to extinguish the fire. Always have to watch our makeshift windsock to make sure these winds don't blow right in our face.
Seems like we're close enough now where we could see it creating a pattern down here.
Yeah, and with our awesome windsock that we got, it's pulling it down to the south of us.
So the state of California gets roughly 65% of its water from the snow in the Sierras. So obviously knowing as much as we can about the snow and how it's becoming water is terribly important. What's at stake is that we don't have enough water and we don't know where it is, what little we do have. The National Science Foundation funded us to set up this American River Hydrologic Observatory, which then allows us to extrapolate measurements of this 4,500 square kilometer basin. What we're trying to do is get a full hydrological balance of the snow, which turns into water. So what we really want to know is how much water there is stored in the Sierra, what it's doing, and where it's going. So we measure the snow, we have algorithms to estimate density, making use of solar radiation, which is the energy coming in the system. We have temperature and humidity, so that allows us to make very good estimates of what the snow is doing. And then we can then estimate how it's going to melt and what water to expect.
This wireless sensor network testbed forms a mesh network that connected all the measurement points around a 1 kilometer square area. They're taking a measurement every 15 minutes, and the data is transmitted through the wireless mesh network to the base station, and then from there get transmitted back to the server at Berkeley in real time.
We have the issue of climate change. So if we take an average of the past 50 years and we're starting to get much more rain than snow, it's not going to do us much good. So by measuring in real time and in detail, then we can actually do modeling that's based on physics instead of just based on averages. Because in the end, that's what the hydro people want to know, is how the water is going to be divided up over the year. And it would be the same thing for drinking water supply. So when we're working on the Feather River, besides PG&E having major operations, it's the State Water Project. So it gives them good information. Maybe they can drop the dam level a little bit, knowing that there's more snow in storage, things like that, that allows them to have much more control and knowledge over what they're doing.